Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah Muhammad ibn Abdullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone back to our Arabic class for the basic learners of Arabic language. In this second module, we will be talking about the transformation of Arabic letters. The position of Arabic letters, how they reoccur, how they appear, and the change in their structure because of the change in position in a word. So in this lesson, we are going to start with letters with same structure. We are not going to focus on Hamza for now, but let's start with Ba. We are starting with the first letters with same structure. We have the likes of Ba, Ta, Tha, and we also have Nun. Even though Ya also falls under this, but we're not going to talk about that for now. So when you look at the letters here, you will see, and believe with me, you agree that all these letters have same structure. They have same structure. The only thing that differentiates between them is the dot. Ba has a dot at the bottom. Ta has 2 dots at the top. Tha also has 3 dots at the top, while Nun has just a dot at the top. All these letters at the beginning of any word, they will be written like this, like we have it here. They will be written like this. If it is Ba, the dot will be here, and if it is Ta, it will have 2 dots here. If it is Tha, it will have 3, and the likes. This is why any of this letter is appearing at the beginning of a word, but at the middle it will be like this. So at the middle it will be like this. Of 1 to be like, if it is Ba, to be like this. It is Ta, to have 2 dots. Tha like this, and if it is Nun, it will have 1, and at the end it will come back to its original structure. This is Nun here. The question might now be, why is the letter changing its structure? Yes, it's going to change it, but because when you look at these letters, it's have a curved area, and you have to connect that curved area to another letter. The only thing you can do to go from this, to set yourself out of this, is to straighten the curved area, and there will also be a connecting line there, so which connects the 2 letters. Do you understand? So, and that is the same thing we have here too. These are Ba, these are Ta, these are Tha. You look at them, they have the same thing at the beginning to be like this, middle like this, end like this, beginning, middle. So, and that is how it's going to appear to us. For example, let's look, give ourselves an example, an exercise to do. Maybe we were told to identify the letters in this word. First one is like this, second one is like this, the third one is like this. We should be able to identify ourselves that, okay, the first one is Nun, the second one is Ta, and the last one is Tha. This is the first letters of letters with same structure and the way they look like. After that, after we've read Ba, Ta, Tha, then we have Jim, Ha, and Kho. Jim, Ha, and Kho. Jim, Ha, and Kho. So these letters too, I'm coming. We have Jim, Ha, Kho. These 3 letters also, they have the same structure. When you have to connect them or use them in a word, they will also have the same thing. The only difference we'll be having is the dot. Jim has a dot at the bottom, Ha has no dot, and Kho has a dot at the top. But all these letters have curved in bottom, so which means you have to straighten up all this side in order to be able to connect the letters with another letter. So when you straighten up those lines, you'll be having something like this, isn't it? So, and that is why at the beginning, if it is your Jim, it will be like this. It will be like this. Then it will have a dot at the bottom. Then at the middle, there'll be a connecting line here, connecting the 2 letters. After that, if it's Kho, it will have a dot here, Then at the end, it will come back to its original structure. This Jim also will have something here, and if it's hard, it won't have anything. The question now might be, why is it now coming back to its original structure at the end? Yes, the answer is very simple. It is coming back to its original structure because you are no more adding any letter to it. So in that case, there is no need for you to straighten the line, the curved area again. Leave it as in like the way it is, since you're no more connecting any letter to it. So this is how it looks like. Now let's try this. So we're gonna try this right now, and we look at what we got. So I hope you're getting this. So may Allah make it easy for you and I. Now maybe we were given something like this, and we were to identify, or even we have something like this. So so the first one here is Jim. The second one is Kho, and the last one is Ha, because it has no dot. It's Ha. So we look at the second one here. We have the first one here is Kho, the next one is Ba, and the last here is Jim. You should be able to identify all these yourself. Beautiful. So after our Jim and what is it called, Ha and Kho, then we also have Dal, Dal, and Ro and Zai. These two letters also, or these four letters, they have very similar ruling. Whenever you have in any of these four letters starting the word, they are going to stand on alone. They are going to stand on their own. They are going to stand separately. But when you have any of these two letters at the middle of any word, there will be a linking word here. The letter will come. A linking word, and the letter will come. If it is Dal, it will be left without a dot. And if it is Dal, there will be a dot. The same applies to this one too. If it is Ro, it will be like that. And if it is Zai, there will be a dot. Are you getting it now? So that is at the middle of any word. Also at the end, it will also be like that. It is Dal or Dal. This is just a linking line. Then at the end, it will also be like this too. If it is Zai, there will be a dot. If it is Ro, there won't be a dot. So this is how it's going to look like too. Beautiful. Now let's look at some exercise, or let's take an example. Beautiful. Right, so maybe we were given a word like something like this. To identify, okay, we should be able to say the first one here is Kho, the second one is Dal, the third one is Kho, and the last one here is Zai. The last one there is Zai. Beautiful. So we should be able to identify this ourselves too, inshallah. So this is what we are going to post today. In our next module, we are going to continue with no, I'm sorry. So we have to finish up this today. Sorry for that. So after we've done Dal, Zal, Ro, and Zai, there we have another letter again having same structure. We have another letter again having same structure, and that letter is Sin and Shin. That letter is Sin and Shin, and that is what we are going to look at right now. We are going to look at Sin and Shin. This letter also, they have same structure, and the only thing that differentiates between these two letters is the dot. Sin has no dot, while Shin has 3 dots. Beautiful. So I'm coming. That's what we're going to look at right now. These are Sin and these are Shin. So the principle is that every letter I mean, all letters with curved bottom should be straightened. When you try to connect them to another letter, the curved area must be straightened, and that is what is going to make our scene look like this. At the beginning of any word, it has been straightened. This is a connecting line. As the middle, a line connecting the scene with another, and like this. So at the end, it will also be like this. Come back to its original structure. In this case, you don't have to straighten this side again, because you're no more connecting any letter. I hope we're getting it. So this is how our scene looks like. The structure will still be there. The only thing which has been changed is the curved area. It has been straightened, and that's all you have to do. So this is how our scene looks like. Beautiful. Now let's look at some examples regarding our scene and sheen. Maybe you were told to identify the letters in this word. So we should be able to identify that the first one here is sheen, the second one is seen, the third one is sheen, and the last one is gym. So we should be able to identify these ourselves. Beautiful. So after this, we will be moving to another two letters with same structure, and that is sode and dod. These two letters, sod and dod, have the same structure too. They have same structure. The only difference between them is sod has no dot, while dod has a dot. And don't you forget what we said, that the curved area should be straightened. And when you try to straighten that up, it will give you something like this. Oh, sorry. It will give you something like this. And if this dot, there will just be a dot there. And this is actually the way they appear at the beginning of any word. At the middle, they appear like this, and at the end, they come back to the original structure. So they'll come back to the original structure at the end, because you're no more connecting any letter again. So this is how your sod and dot becomes. After that, let's look at the next one, which is to and tho. To and tho, they also have same structure. To and tho have same structure too. We have them like this: to and tho. Tho has a dot, while to has no dot. At the beginning, it will be like this, the way we have it. At the middle, like this. At the end, like this also. So no serious change occurs in this. So after that, we move to ain and ghain. Now, so ain and ghain look somehow technical because of the change we have in these two letters. Because of the change we have in them, I mean our ain and ghain. Basically, this is the way your ain looks like, and this is your ghain looks like. The first thing you have to do, don't forget, is straighten up the curved area, because of at the beginning it looks like this. If it is going, it'll put, but at the middle, this letter becomes something like this. If it is going, a dot will be there, and at the end it also be like this. If it is going, there will be a dot. Do you understand? Now let's just look at let's identify the letters in what I'm going to write right now. Maybe we were told to identify the letters in this. Oh, sorry. Maybe we have it this way. So we should be able to identify that, okay, that the first one here is ba, the one at the middle is ghain, and the last one is ta. We should be able to do this too. So after that, we'll move to, after ain and ghain, we have fa and qaf. Fa and qaf also, they have same structure. The only difference is fa has a dot, while qaf has two dots. Fa, qaf. at the beginning they all look like this. If it is far, a dot, curve, two dots at the middle like this, and at the end to come back to its original structure. So this is how we have them in Arabic words. So after fa and kaf, then we have kaf. Kaf alone. In this case, we're going to look at kaf alone. So looking at kaf alone is what we're going to do right now. This is the way our kaf looks like. At the beginning of any word, it changes to something like this. At the middle, to be like this, and at the end, to come back to its original structure, like this. This is the way we have our kaf in any Arabic word. Beautiful. So after this, we move to lam. Lam is very simple too. Lam is very simple because there is no much change in lam. We have a lam like this. At the beginning is like this because we're connecting. This is a connecting line. At the middle, like this, and at the end to come back to the original structure. Khalas. This is the way we have our lam. So after that, we look at meme. Now let's look at meme. These are letter meme. At the beginning is like this. At the middle is like this. And at the end is like this. Just like we're having a connecting line. That's all. That is our meme. Then we have our wow. Wow is one of the family of dal, and ra. Your wow is one of the family of dal, and ra. At the beginning to be written separately, middle, end. So these are we have linking line. That's all. Then after wow, we have ha. Then when you look at your ha, this is ha. At the beginning of any word is written like this. At the middle, like this. At the end, either like this or sometimes like this. I mean, in a circular form. So this is the way we have our ha, either like this, or this at the end, or this at the end. This is the way our ha appears. Then after that we have ya. Which I said should have been put under the family, the category of ba, ta, tha, and nun. So these are ya. At the beginning of any word is written like this with the two dots. At the middle like this, and at the end to come back to its original structure. This is the way we have ya. So after this one, let me quickly take you back to ta. We have two types of ta. We have the open ta and we have the closed ta. So because of this, at the end of a word, your ta might be like this at the end. It will be curved because you're no more joining anything. Or sometimes it might be like this, and it might also be like this, depending. So all what we have here are ta. All these structures are the structure of the tas we normally have at the end of a word. Beautiful. Now back to hamza. Your hamza, it has its way of appearance too. Sometimes you might have wow and the right hamza on it. It means hamza at a whole. You don't say wow hamza. Sometimes they'll give you ya with hamza. It means hamza too. Sometimes they only give you a line and they put hamza there. It is hamza too. So I think this is what we are going to pause. You have to take a serious revision, or you have to take this very serious, because these are the basic things you need to know as far as Arabic language is concerned. So these are the basic things, like I said, you need to know. And this is the table of what we've been saying so far. These are ba at the beginning. This is where we have it. This is your ta. This is your tha. This is jim. This is ha. This is kho, the way we have it. This is dal. This is your ra here. Then you come back to zai. Look at it the same way. Look at the sin. Look at the shin. The sword. Look at the dod. Look at the ta, look at the dha, look at them, look at your ain, look at your ghain. So this is the way we have them. Look at your qaf and fa, they have the same thing. Kaf, lam, look at the mim, look at the noon, look at the ha, look at the waw, and look at the ya. So this is the table of how the letters appear. And I think it is sufficient. We'll stop here. ونسأل الله يبارك فيما تعلمنا وفيما سنتعلم إنه على ذلك قدير وبالإجابة جدير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.